Good morning. I'm Robbie Pentecost with the New Opportunity School for Women here in Berea. And I want to welcome you, members of the Chamber, to the New Opportunity School. It's so exciting to have you. And I hope next time we can do this in person. And I promise I will make you my infamous blueberry muffins. So, so at least this time you can catch up with the news here at the New Opportunity School for Women. For members that have been with us for many, or that have been in Berea for many years, you know about the New Opportunity School that was founded by Jane Stevenson, John Stevenson's wife, during his tenure at Berea College. And so we were founded in 1987 and been around for 33 years. So welcome. I just want to let people know where we are. We are in the basement of the First Christian Church, located right next door to Berea College, between the college and the fire department. So we have the fire department, the police department, and certainly the Berea government agencies. So welcome to the New Opportunity School and the work that we do. The women that we serve are low-income women from across the region and across Kentucky. We really focus, probably 80% of our women come from the Appalachian portion of our region, but many of them come from Madison County and from Berea that we've served over the years. So we want you to know about our work, to partner with us in the future, and to welcome our women when they're here with us during our residential programming. Of course, this year we've had to adjust, and I'll be sharing a little bit about that. But let's go inside. I want to begin here. These are, along our hallway, are many quilts that each session of our residential program does. Each woman who is part of the session does a square, and that square means a lot to these women. It really depicts their life journey and the hope that they have with us. As you can see, I've taken my mask off today in light of COVID, but I wanted you to be able to see me and to hear me. That's why our women are not with us now. They would have been with us in October and November. And so we've been working with them, though. We've been working with many of our graduates through online programming we've developed. So the quilts reflect the work of the New Opportunity School. And up and down the hallway, you will see that work. It also is very much cultural. And that's what's so exciting, is that we try to raise up a sense of pride in their culture and in their heritage. And they learn about it. And for many of these women, they've never had that sense of pride. What we do in our training and in our programming is that we really work, our mission is to give the women the tools to improve their educational, financial, and personal circumstances. Many of our women go on to school. Many of them go on to new jobs, to really secure jobs. And many of them change their situations so that they're not living in an abusive situation. They're strengthened from recovery programs. I mean, there's so many reasons that women come to our program. And we give them those tools to help them build a life that's really sustainable for them and their families, and really the communities that they live in. Many of our women have gone from most of the women, let's just begin there, most of our women come with incomes of $10,000 or less. And so we're seeing women leave here, and it may take a year or two. I mean, you don't change a life in 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, or a few days. It is a sustained support system that continues to help that woman make some different life choices. And so, probably to depict it, I want to tell a story of one of our recent women. She went through the program in 2014. She was from Hazard. She has since moved to Madison County, Latona. Latona is really a model of the women that we work with. When she left our program in 2014 after graduating, she went back to Hazard, and she found everyone was trying to defeat her still. I mean, they were really trying to bring her down. She has a very toxic family, lots of drugs involved in the family, and Latona wasn't going to let that drag her down. But a month after she returned home, her brother committed suicide. Latona then started to rely on what she had learned in the school and the support that she got from the sisters. Because once you go through the residential program, you become part of this large network of women. And that just gave her a lot of support and encouragement. So after getting custody of her brother's daughter, she moved her daughter and her brother's daughter with her to Richmond. Today, well, one of the other barriers that Latona was facing, besides a very toxic family, was that Latona had a severe hearing loss. And so hearing seemed to be a real barrier for her to even think about going to school or getting a job. So we were able to help Latona get hearing aids. And from that point, she now registered at Eastern Kentucky University. In fact, she registered in the morning and was accepted by that evening. So Latona is starting at Eastern Kentucky University this semester. She also is interning with us, which was her dream. She actually told me that when I get ready to leave the New Opportunity School, she'll be there to fill my role, which I think is one of the most marvelous things about the women. What we do different than most work development or workforce development programs is that we first start with a really essential ingredient that most programs don't. And I even think sometimes our recovery programs and domestic violence centers, because they're dealing with a crisis, aren't able to do this work either. We start with building a woman's self-esteem, believing in herself, building her confidence that she can take on the world in whatever ways that she dreams. Most of the women that come into our program don't know how to dream anymore. And so I think it's really essential to help women think about and be able to dream. When you tell them, what do you want to do? They just look at you with this face of, what? Somebody's asking me what I want to do? And it really just starts them thinking and dreaming and believing in the impossible. One of our recent graduates who was working at the Waffle House, she had come through a drug recovery program, started at the Waffle House, is now working with developmentally challenged children in Cincinnati. She just got a job there. So she's working for the state of Ohio. Wow. It's to go from one extreme to the other. She's a very talented artist in addition to all of that. And I think she will certainly have a fulfilling life because of starting to believe in herself and really tapping that inner strength, that inner belief. I'm going to take you quickly into some of our quilts, but I also want to take you down the hall to see what we call our row of women, our row of inspiration, actually. So let's go in here first to our classroom. And just the quilts. As you can see, the diversity of the quilts. Of course, we have the one that says the house that Jane built. Because Jane Stevenson certainly was the one who launched this program and really keeps it going. So all of the quilts reflect a diversity of the women that come into our program. And just to get a sense of what we do with our program, I'm going to have Jennifer take a picture of, or to highlight, what we call the health card. And it really is what we deal with. This is what helps build a woman's life. And helping them look at each part of that and help them strengthen and give them the tools to strengthen each piece of it. It's the work-life balance. It's your financial. It's your mental health. a lot of women come to us with mental health issues. We help them figure out how to deal with those. And there's so many tools that we can share with women to help them gain that sense of confidence to be able to move forward, to really make some choices in their life. What we started, besides the residential program, we also have started going out into communities and offering a 3-day program there. We tried to do that this summer, but because of the virus, there was a risk that came before us that we just decided it was too risky to continue in that vein. So what we did, we developed a 8-week course, or 2 8-week courses actually. So we had 24 sessions over an 8-week period. One of the sessions each week focused on just a support system for our graduates. We have over 700 graduates that have went through this program. We also had 2 sessions a week on healthy habits, smoking cessation, along with healthy eating habits. And it was really a wonderful time to support. The other thing that we do that's also sort of unique is that it's really a peer level. So the women believe that they have something to give us. They come and they're willing to share what they know, because they do have a lot to give us. There's a giftedness in this region and in this area that is just amazing if you tap into it. And that's when people can tap into their inner peace, it really brings them out. So we are actually going out into the regions this year, and not knowing what's going to happen with the pandemic, we're looking at a lot of online programming. And so we're developing some programs that we can offer that it doesn't have to be site-based, but it could be a wider opportunity for women to participate in those online programming. We also have computers that we can loan out to the women during that time, as well as certainly the issue that hits most of our communities is the broadband and access to internet. So it's an exciting time here. We've been doing a lot of infrastructure building. We're still working on a lot of pieces of how we can take this in new ways given the pandemic. But we've been very creative, I might say. But let's go down and let's see the women that have went through this program. Here's our Hall of Fame, as I call it, starting in the summer of 1987. And certainly John Stevenson is in a number of the early photos because he was central to supporting Jane in this work. And you can see through all the years. Of course, in 2012, we had a major fire that we lost a lot of things, but we have certainly regained. We're certainly serving women in new ways and exciting ways and partnering. And so that's what I want to offer you, is an opportunity to partner with us, either by supporting us, certainly getting the word out with people you might know who might be served through this program, as well as being faculty for us. So we may be reaching out to you to help bring the tools for the women that are here. We do classes, we certainly do the self-esteem part, but then we do classes in budgeting and career development. We do opportunities for them to do internships. So we may be reaching out to you to serve as an intern site. We do a short period one here, but when the women go home, they do a longer one in their own community. So they start to get to know their own community. And just to end, I want to tell one last story about what can happen for a person. One of our graduates who's on our board, Lauren Skiles, Lauren came to the program in 2003. She had just went through a horrible divorce of a marriage of 27 years and had 5 children. Lauren today, after leaving our program, she went on to Eastern Kentucky University to get her degree. She hadn't went to school, hadn't even thought about it. She has since got her master's degree as a psychologist working with people in recovery in London. And for of her 5 children have PhDs. 2 are veterinarians, one's a surgeon, and one's an ophthalmologist. And her 5th daughter, who is just doing wonderful, may not have her PhD, but she certainly is someone to be really proud of. So Lauren is certainly kind of the person that we can, that really kind of is such an example for our women. And so she comes and works with us every time. But she really gives the women hope of what's possible. And so we see our program not only helping the women we serve directly, but our communities. So we welcome you to visit us, especially after the pandemic's over. And we will certainly be here and hopefully can host the chamber. We're happy to be a member of the chamber and be involved with the chamber in whatever ways we can, and hope to be even more involved in the future. So thank you, Christy, for inviting us to do this, and next time, blueberry muffins.
Oh, yay. You're welcome. And just one last thing before we close. Where can people find you? What's the address? What's the website? And do you have a Facebook page or social media people can follow?
Well, we do have a Facebook page. It's www NOSW, so new NOSW.org. And we're at 204 Chestnut Street. So the corner of, right across from Berea College. Right across from the admissions office. Well, we're right on the side to Berea College, across from the admissions office, and next door to the fire department. And our phone number is 859-985-7200. We do have a Facebook page, and it would be NOSW.org as well. So we hope that you can find us. Certainly contact us. We'd love to talk to you more and give you more information on ways you can partner with us.
Thank you so much for having us this morning. We appreciate it. And don't forget to help out, give a call, donate, see how you can get involved with the New Opportunity School for Women. And thank you for joining us this morning for the Berea Chamber Coffee and Networking Meeting.